So just how do narcissistic people deceive you into getting into any form of relationship with them, be it an intimate partner or working for a narcissistic boss? When it comes to narcissistic people, one of the easiest ways for them to fool you is to be kind to you, to do things for you, to promise you things in the future, so you don't recognize that they are being deceptive towards you. Narcissistic parents will love bomb their children when they require something from their children. So love bombing doesn't necessarily just take part in the beginning of a relationship with a narcissistic person. It can take part in the intermittent reinforcement stages of a relationship with a narcissistic person. Love bombing is a form of emotional manipulation to influence you into thinking positively of them or the relationship that you have with them. Now, in a relationship with an intimate partner, the love bombing stage can easily be mistaken for the honeymoon stage of a relationship. We're allowed those honeymoon stages of a relationship. Narcissistic people just tend to take it to a whole new level where you're left feeling uneasy, yet you daren't walk away from them. A honeymoon period is going to be thoughtful gestures based on who you are as a person. Love bombing is a load of distractions to impress you, to influence you into living life on their terms. And one way a narcissistic person will love bomb somebody is through flattery. Be it narcissistic bosses flattering their workers, narcissistic parents flattering their children, narcissistic friends flattering their friends, and narcissistic partners flattering their partners in order to get their needs met by those people. What you'll notice is it's not a genuine compliment based on who you are as a person. Narcissistic people rarely to never give out genuine compliments, usually because they're envious of the things that the majority of people would compliment another person on. Therefore, they don't want to compliment you on this. They might give you a backhanded compliment so that they can insult you in the process. Narcissistic people hit you hard with a lot of flattery to influence you into believing that they are being nice to you when they're actually being nice to their requirement of you. There might be those lavish gifts, whether they actually deliver on the promise they make. So a narcissistic boss might promise that big bonus, yet when that time comes, they'll find a way to get out of giving you that bonus or give you a little bit so you appreciate them. Narcissistic parents, when their children have injured the narcissistic parent in some way, so the parent has fallen silent on the child, when they then require something from that child, they will pick that child up and go and spoil that child, go and buy that child a gift to create those feelings of gratitude within the child and obligation to do things for the narcissistic parent because the narcissistic parent is suddenly doing for the child. It's very confusing when your parent spoils you. You can't recognize that they are deceiving you. As this sort of role that parents play. So when they play the role that they're supposed to play, it confuses you when they play the role that they shouldn't play, when they're hurting you. They kind of class conditioning of you as disciplining you, yet they're not disciplining you for the benefit of your life goals, for the benefit of how you will fit in society. They are disciplining you for the benefit of themselves, to condition you in a way to behave that serves the narcissistic parent. Narcissistic partners, not all of them will do this. And the giving of gifts is one of the love languages. So it is nice when people give people a gift or give you a gift. Now, some people can find it quite uneasy receiving gifts. Other people can enjoy receiving gifts. It depends what your love language is. A narcissistic person, if they know you like gifts, they are going to shower you with gifts. They are going to take you out, and the next day you are going to receive some form of gift. It's going to be in the excess, to the point where it might make you feel uncomfortable. However, you're too afraid to speak out in case you hurt their feelings. And they will have that sensitive side to them to make you feel guilty for asking them to stop giving you so many gifts. So you feel bad either way. Receiving the gifts, you feel bad. Asking them not to give you so many, you feel bad. When they come on strong with that kindness and that support and that helpfulness, it's nice to have supportive, kind people within our lives. And when we've been deceived, when we meet genuine people, we can often think, they've been a little bit too nice, when they are just a nice person, which is why we have to get to know people for who they are and not who they sell themselves to be. As narcissistic people will fool you by being kind towards you, by being nice to you, by doing things for you, by helping you out. Only once they've sucked you in do they stop doing these things. Instead, they use the things they once did for you against you to shut you up. After all I've done for you, which shows they only did those things for you to use them against you. That excessive communication. In the honeymoon period of a relationship, with the excitement, we can want to talk to people and lose track of time. We can want to message them. We can want to see them, which is why it's so easy to fall for a narcissist when they are excessively messaging you late into the night and you're actually responding and messaging them back. When they're calling you, when they want to spend time with you. However, with a genuine person, if you have something else on, just like if they had something else on, if they said they've got an important event at work the next day, so they need to get an adequate amount of sleep to prepare, they need to prepare and get the sleep so that they can work efficiently the next day. A genuine person would respect that, understand that, and after the day has passed, ask them how they got on. A narcissistic person is going to be offended that you have put something else before them. They're going to make you feel guilty. Well, if that's more important to you than I am, to make you feel bad. So when you find yourself getting distracted from other areas of life, and the very person who should be supportive of you and encouraging you, because we can all procrastinate, we can all distract ourselves. If the person who cares about you isn't trying to encourage you to better yourself, they're trying to distract you to take care of them, they're not in it for you. They're in it for themselves. And moving things fast, moving things incredibly fast. Again, we don't always recognise it when we're in it. So when someone says, you're my soulmate, I've never met anybody like you, it is flattering, it is nice. And we can almost feel obligated into saying something back to them. Otherwise, you've got that sort of awkward moment. However, when they are applying that pressure to get married and finding a reason why you need to marry them urgently, when they're putting that pressure on you to move in with them or to let them move in with you, when they're trying to move you away from your friends and family and they're putting that pressure on you to move away, it might be with the grand promise of the future of what life will be like with them if you move here with them. However, if this is fast into the relationship, it's a big red flag. When they're wanting a child with you, when they're using the fact that they don't see their own children because their ex won't allow them to see their own children and they miss their children dearly, or their children have no respect for them and they really want a child with you after only a few days, weeks or months of meeting, why aren't they more involved within their other children's lives? Why are they using that pity play to get a child from you? We kind of, in a way, have to question everything rather than just taking things at face value, because a narcissistic person relies on you taking them at face value. And when you question them, they don't like this. They take this as criticism. And that's when you can begin to see their true colours showing through. And if you're lucky enough, because you're questioning them early on, they might be the one to scarper out on you, in which case you've had a lucky escape. Most authentic people will be able to answer questions honestly and openly, even if they feel uncomfortable answering them. So they pressure you into that commitment. And you will often find it's very difficult to create boundaries around them. It's very hard to say no to them without you feeling bad. And that's when you can start to notice their passive-aggressive behaviour of the silent treatments and the sulks and the ghosting and their victim plays and how the world is against them due to who they are as a person. It's very difficult to recognise the love bombing while you're in it. All you can really do is slow things down and get to know people for who they are and not who they sell themselves to be. We're all capable of selling ourselves to people. Doesn't mean that everybody does. We're all capable of doing it. Narcissistic people do it on a regular basis so that they can exploit people to get their needs met by people. Any signs you notice of the narcissist and their love bombing, please do add those into the comments for those reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support of the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.